We've heard a lot of opinions about Ken Paxton's impeachment trial, but we want to share a unique perspective from someone who previously served as Attorney General. Texas Senator John Cornyn was the state's AG from 1999 to 2002. Earlier this week, Cornyn shared his thoughts about the trial and the accusations facing Paxton.
You know, of course, having been Attorney General, I'm very concerned. The Attorney General's the chief law enforcement officer of the state. And the members of the House of Representatives perform their constitutional function, doing an investigation and voting for the articles of impeachment. Now it's up to the Senate. I've been through 2 impeachment trials during my time in the U.S. Senate. It's a very difficult time, but I think everybody needs to make sure that there's no whiff of politics, and that it is basically doing the job the Constitution requires the Senate as a jury or court, really sitting as an impeachment court, do, just considering the evidence. The good news and the bad news is we're all going to know what that evidence is. It's all going to be presented in public, and everybody's going to make their own decision about the credibility and the weight given to that evidence. But in the end, it's not my job, and it's not your job. It's the job of the members of the Texas Senate to render their verdict, and we're all going to be watching with great interest.
You yourself have been really big on transparency in the courtroom. It doesn't appear as though this evidence that will be presented to the senators will be made public. Do you think that it should be available to the public to see what some of these allegations are against the Attorney General?
Absolutely, absolutely. My understanding was the impeachment managers released about 4,000 pages worth of documents. Of course, that has not necessarily been tested by cross-examination, and we haven't heard from both sides. That's why I think it's important to reserve judgment and to let the process work its way out. I think by the time it's all over, we'll have a pretty good idea of what the evidence is and what to believe and what not to believe.
There's only one other statewide elected official in Texas history who faced an impeachment trial. Earlier, we mentioned the story of Governor James Ferguson, better known as Pa Ferguson. His portrait hangs here in the Capitol Rotunda. Back in 1917, he was removed from office for embezzlement and other charges. The Senate also banned him from holding future office, but that didn't keep him out of Texas politics. Just a few feet away in the Rotunda hangs the portrait of Governor Miriam Ferguson, his wife, and she's known as Ma Ferguson. She was elected in 1924 after campaigning on the promise that she would seek her husband's advice and Texans would get 2 governors for the price of 1. Ma Ferguson lost her re-election bid, but she ran again in 1932 and won another term. Just a bit of Texas history as we prepare for a historic week here at the Capitol. Thank you again for joining us for State of Texas. I'm Josh Hinkle, and we'll be back next week to bring you an in-depth look at Texas politics.